afternoon, welcome to Craven Park. The Division 2 game today, it's Barrow Raiders against Hunslet Oaks. We'll go through the teams. The Barrow team first at 1, Craig Bauer. On the wings are Nicky Beach, and coming back from injury is Adam Pate. The centre partnership today is Damien Reid, and Paul Jones moves back into the centre from last week's game. The half-backs, Chris Archer's still in at standoff with Phil Atkinson still missing, and Darren Holt keeping the scrum half place. The front row is Stuart Dancer, Dave Clark and Paul Wilcox. Second row, Mike Whitehead, James King, and the loose forward is Barry Pugh. The subs, Jeff Luxon, Paul Lupton, Matty Lee and Andy McClure. The Hunslet Oak team. At 1, John Liddell. 2, Chris Hall. 3, Paul Seal. 4, Wesley McGibbon. 5, Lee Deacon. 7, Andy Bastow. 5 Lee Deacon, 6 Andy Bastow. 7, Lathan Tiowa. 8, John Lee Lockwood. 9, Joe Hanley. 10, Neil Mears. 11, Wayne Freeman. 12, Shane Ibbotson. 13, Mick Coyle. The subs, that's off. The subs are Steve Price, Glenn Freeman, Danny Evans and Chris Ross. Today's referee is Mr. J. Lee. The touch judges are Mr. Leach and Mr. Pease. We're just waiting for Barrow to come out. Barrow's main sponsor, BAE Systems. Just checking on the match day sponsor, it's the TB Group. And it's going to be Hunslet to start this game. Somebody's 100% record got to go here. Both teams undefeated, played 2-1-2. And a bad start by Barrow. But Barry there, I think it was young Barry Pugh went for it, obviously looking up into the sun. Strong sun, be right down, so you put that down as a good kick-off from Hunslet. And Darren Holt kicks the ball up the field. It's well taken by Chris Hall. He's tackled by Pugh and King. James King, the Barry captain, man of the match last week. Excellent game against Keighley. 3 tries. Well, that looked well forward from up here, but the linesman completely ignoring it. This is the man they've all got to watch, Tyre, where they're doing the run behind here. Long passing. It's out to John Lee Lockwood, big strong forward John Lee Lockwood. Needs to be getting up to right away. Hunslet, like a little kick through by Bastow. Comes off the leg of Chris Archer and picked up by Michael Whitehead. Here's Adam Pate trying to make up for that half a mistake. Eventually tackled by Matt Gibbon. Here's James King. Runs into Lockwood, gets good yards. The Barrow prop for the Barrow second row captain. Here's Wilcock. Barrow got good yards last week against Keighley. And the first penalty going to Barrow, offside, with the help of the crowd, I think. Darren Holt with the kick. It's a nice kick, takes Barrow to within 30 metres of the Keighley try line. It's going to be Damien Reid with the tap, out to Dave Clark. He'll give it to Wilcox. Well tackled by Lockwood. Clark at dummy half, out to Holt, shows it one way, gives it out to Stuart Dancer. Looks like he's lost the ball. It's Andy Bastow stealing it in the tackle. And crowd shouting now, the Hunslet fans shouting for offside. Tower out to second row man Wayne Freeman. He's pulled to the ground by Dave Clark. Out to the loose forward Mick Coyle. He gets it over halfway. Joe Hanley out to Bastow. Tower kicks over the top. The kicks last week with a danger for Barrett. And it's Bauer who has to take it, but he's right in the corner. And it's a long way back out for Barrett. Adam Pate has to run it out. He's well tackled by Paul Seal. Marker's not quite right, standing square. Play on. Here's Mike Whitehead. Shrugs off Bastow. Might have shook him up a bit there, Andy Bastow. Here's Dancer. Tackled by Sean Ibbotson. Good drive there from Barra, clearing their own line. Oh, it's a short 10. Darren Holt put under pressure, but he gets a nice kick in. It's got to be fielded by Liddell. Picks it up at the second attempt. A good chase by Barra. Good chase, Paul Jones and Paul Wilcock. Ooh, and it's a bad pass. So it ended up a good kick that for Barra. It's the Chris Hall who dropped it. I'm not quite sure who was the acting half back there, but it was a poor pass. I think he was undecided whether to pass or whether to run. And he tried to pass it and there was no force at all. It dropped short of Chris Hall. So Barrow with a chance. It's taken by Holt. Out to Archer. Steps away from one. It's tackled about 3 metres short. Here's James King going for the line. Oh, good tackle though by, I think it's the loose forward, is it? Barrow trying to move the ball out wide. It's on over the top. Reid out to Pugh. Out to Nicky Beach, trying to get back inside. Did well to stay in field there, did Nicky Beach. Damien Reid at dummy half. Out to Wilcock. Hunslet coming up quick. Clark sees a gap down the blind, gives it to Pugh. Ooh, and he's just tackled just short. Last tackle. What are Barrow going to do here? It's Clark. He's going to give it out. Goes to Holt. Kicks through now then. And it's offside. Wilcock offside. Hunslet with the best defence in the second division, so showing why there, holding Barrett out for a set of 6. Good defence by Barrow, but number 10, Neil Mears, gets the ball away to Lockwood. He's brought down by Dancer and Wilcock. Well, John Lee Lockwood, I think, conned that one there. I think he lost the ball. But 2 penalties have taken Barra back into their own half. So, Hunslet try to make road again. It's Mick Coyle. He's pulled down by Wilcox, Archer and Pugh. Comes out to number 10, Neil Mears. Good yards there from Neil Mears because I don't think he was expecting that one. Tower out to Bastow. Well in by Paul Jones, snuffing out that pass round the back, the deep pass. Andy Bastow in at acting halfback, back out to Tower, drops Lee Lockwood into on the inside. Tower calling the shots again, but they've gone blind with Andy Bastow. Back inside, good covering from Darren Holt, bringing down Sean Ibbotson. Last tackle. Out to Bastow. Tower got men over here. Hunslet, lovely ball out, and it's taken by Damien Reid. He's pinched it. Now then, can he go all the way? He's going to. Oh no, what they brought it back for? Please give the penalty. Well, that looked a fair steal to me by Damien Reid. That'd be one for the video. I think it looked a fair steal for me. I'm not sure whether it was the linesman or the referee who awarded it. No. And the crowd down the far end not too keen on what the decision was. I think it was one of them. He may have had his hand on him, he may not. And the crowd down the far side think that he never. But it's 2 points. So first strike to Hunslet, 2 points to 0. This fixture last year, Barrow won 52 points to 10. Game that sealed the playoff position. Peter Rowe would be happy with that score today, but I don't think that's going to occur. Hunslet, of course, beat York a couple of weeks ago. A team that are favourites for this second division title, York, but Hunslet convincingly beating them 2 weeks ago. Good tackle from Pugh and Reid. He's the second row man, Wayne Freeman. Been around a bit, Wayne Freeman, a good second row man. It's a break by Hanley. Good tackling by Dave Clark and Pugh. Well, nobody there. It's the loose forward. I think Mick Coyle getting mixed up. And it's Tower running across the line of the defence, but he's got nobody to pass to. Eventually pulled down by Holt. And what's the penalty for now? Oh, it's last tackle, sorry. Well, Barrow played that ball quite quickly there, and Bastow was not standing square. And that's good defence though by Hunslet, moving up quick. Oh, the 2 foot in front. Here's Stuart Dancer. And releases the ball out to Chris Archer. Oh, and that's a trip. Oh, he's unbelievable. He's missed that one. Well, that should have been number 10, Neil Mears. He should have been sitting on the bench now. It was definitely a trip. Clark up the blind side. James King takes on the Hunslet defence, but he's pulled down by Mick Coyle. It's the last tackle. Clark out to Holt. Chips over it in the corner. Just a little bit too hard. So it'll be Hanley with the tap. Gives it out to Sean Ibbotson. Well tackled by Archer. Here's John Lee Lockwood. It looks like he's going for a good 20 minutes here, John Lee Lockwood. Probably get 20 minutes out of him. Up the blind side, out to, I think it's Mick Coyle. He's well tackled by James King. Hanley again, out to Tower. Kicks to the far wing. Well, it needs to be stopped, as it'll be a 40-20. And it's picked up by Adam Pate. Gets away from one, gets away from two. Still going, Pate. Eventually brought down by Lockwood, so a good run there by Adam Pate. Barry Pugh steps inside, brought down by Wayne Freeman. Dave Clark out to James King. Hunslet offside. All right, Daz. So Holt will be going to try to find touch, I think. And a nice kick by Darren Holt. He will be kicking into the wind. I think the wind is coming off the sea again. So it's Reid with the tap. Clark out to Wilcock. Well taken up by Paul Wilcock. Clark at dummy half out to Holt. Out to Mike Whitehead, gets away from one. Well covered up again by Hunslet. It's the centre. Paul Seal covered that half break up there. Archer out to Pugh. Out to Jones. He's got away. He's got to try. Oh, and he's got a foot in touch. Unlucky there for Paul Jones. Looked like he got the ball down, but he must have just got a foot in touch. So it's a scrum down. Hunslet heading ball 10 metres from the try line. Good tackle by Chris Archer on John Liddell. Bit of a juggle, but he's got away with it. Wesley McGibbon. Tackle by Damien Reid. Joe Hanley. Gives it out to the wingman, Chris Hall. He's tackled by James King. Ibbotson, lovely tackle by Dancer, but he gets the ball away. Hunslet keeping it alive in the tackle. Good play. It's Darren Holt. Well, all we ask is for consistency, as long as he does it the other way. And that's a nice kick from Tayoe. Hanley out to John Lee Lockwood. He's tackled by Holt, Dancer and Whitehead. Hanley down the blind side, out to Ibbotson. Good defence though by Barrow. But Hunslet only a few yards short. Hanley again, out to Tayoe. Long ball out to, it's back inside. Oh, nice ball. And it's going to be a try. He's not going to give her forward. And I think it could be the loose forward. Is it Mick Coyle? It's a nice pass out the back door by I'm not sure, it could have been Andy Bastow. Mick Coyle coming on the inside. Shouts a forward pass from the Barrow players, but I don't think so. All coming from the penalty. Darren Holt judged to have held down, but I think it was a bit of each. I think the Hunslet man was holding on as well. But Mr. Lear deciding that Holt was there too long, so penalised him. 4-2 at the moment. Penalties going to Hunslet. Well, the Barrow coach, Peter Rowe, said that they couldn't afford to let Hunslet get away. It's 8 points to 0. I'm saying nothing, because I was completely wrong last week, but I think Barrow have had the chances. It's been Hunslet defence. It's been slightly better at the moment. So it'll be Holt to restart. Taken by Ibbotson. He gives it out to the try scorer, Coyle, loses the ball. Taken by Dancer. Now then, can Barrow get some points on the board? Here's Alt, out to Clark. Long ball out to King. Knock on, I think. Second tackle. And Barrow can't afford to give the ball away on the second tackle. So let off for Hunslet. They give Barrow the ball and Barrow have given it straight back. It's Tower where to feed. Tackled by Craig Bauer on Wesley McGibbon. That's a good tackle from Mike Whitehead on Sean Ibbotson, rolling him over as well. Here's Lockwood. Well, I don't know how these linesmen can give forward passes. They're up with the referee. Why do they need to be up? They should be up with the player, not standing where the referee stands. And Barrow gone asleep at dummy half again. Hanley gets over the halfway. Tower. Good tackle from Chris Archer. Last tackle. Hanley again just chips over the top. Allowing that to go. Into touch by Nicky Beach. I'm just coming back to that before when it looked like it was forward to John Lee Lockwood. I just looked at both linesmen to see if they could see it, and they're on the line with the referee taking a 10-yard mark. Surely they should be alongside the where the ball's being played on. And if there's a forward pass, they can indicate. They can't indicate from 10 yards back. It's out to Nicky Beach. Tries to get away from one. Pulled down by Lee Deacon. Here's Mike Whitehead up the blind side. Runs into Ibbotson, but good yards from the second row man. Well, that's as much laying on as Barrow. That's why the crowds get mad. Well, he's telling him to get up. He can't get up if there's a player on him. Here's Archer trying to find the gap, but he's pulled down by Sean Ibbotson. Barry Pugh. And this defence of Hunslet looking tight at the moment. Holt rushed into kicking it, goes straight to John Liddell. Good chase from Wilcock and Whitehead, bringing John Liddell down. Paul Seal, he's pulled down by Barry Pugh. Coming up to the 20-minute mark, 8 points to 0. Wayne Freeman, he's brought down on the halfway. Tayowa down the blind side, drops the ball, picked up by King. That's got to be a 0 tackle. We'll count and see if he is. Well, a defence like Hunslet needs to be kept on side, and they're just gaining a half foot or two here. That's why the crowd are shouting. Here's Clark, out to Olds. I'm just saying that, they're just stealing a yard or two, but Mr. Lee doing well. He's decided that's it. Told you once, won't tell you again, and we'll penalise you. So chance here for Barrow to pull 2 points back. Just seeing if we've got any Barrow subs warming up yet. We get to the 20-minute mark, but nobody out the stand, all in the stand still. Now he's making a move with Paul Evans maybe. So it's Darren Holt with the penalty attempt. The crowd are shouting. 2 points to Barrow, 8-2 now they trail, 22 minutes gone. And it'll be John Liddell to restart. Just looking at the flag on the far side, it is a strong win in Hunslet's favour. And it kicks deep again, an eye into the sun. Taken this time by Barry Pugh, he gives Mike Whitehead it. Bounces off Lee Deacon. It shook Michael Whitehead up, that one. He's given a knock on. Stuart Dancer knocking the ball on. Well, Mr. Lee had never seen what happened there. He approached his linesman said it was dropped. But Adam Pate's having a word with him. Get on with the game, eh? Bastow try to find the gap. Paul Jones try to steal the ball. Liddell out to Wayne Freeman. He's drove back by Wilcock and Dancer. Joanne Lean at dumb and a half. 12 metres short the barrow line. Tower. Nice long ball out to Mick Coyle. He's tackled by Whitehead and Holt. Here's Ibbotson. Tower. And what's that? He never stood up, the referee said. Four each. So that's levelling the penalties up, 4 apiece. As Barrow look to bring on 2 men. It might be Mike Whitehead who has to leave the field, obviously taking a big knock there by the wingman. Deacon. So he might be replaced. Here's Wilcock. Runs into Hanley. Here's James King, straightens up. Gets it out to Chris Archer. But again, the Hunslet defence covering up. Clark out to Walt. Nice ball out to Damien Reid. Now then, he's got a man each side. Good covering though. Wayne Freeman getting back. Here's Clark. Out to Archer. Archer finds Holt, juggles with it. Whitehead out to Jones. But good defence again by Hunslet. Last tackle, what's Holt going to do? It's a little kick through. It's too hard again. And it's Jeff Luxon and Paul Lupton on for Wilcox and Dancer. Here's Tyrowett. Gets away from one, gets away from two, takes it over halfway, pulled down by Clark. A good quick play of the ball. Nice kick through by Bastow. That's the way to do it. Put it onto the try line. Adam Pate tried to get through, but he's brought down at first time, this time by Ibbotson. Craig Bauer, good yards from the Barrow full-back. Well, he's telling Barrow man to get up again, but it was a second attempt there by one of the Hunslet players. And Chris Ross on for Coyle. Here's Luxon. Knocked out of his hand, but one-on-one, play on. What's the referee doing? He's telling the Barrow man to get up. They can't get up if they've got a man stuck on top of them. Goes out Chris Liddell. Out to the hooker. Has he lost the ball? He's injured. No, he lost the ball. It's a knock to Joe Hanley. I don't think he did actually lose it. I thought he did lose it, but he kept hold of it. It rolled down his body. Kept a hand on it. Tyrewell. Nice ball out to Freeman. Liddell, long ball over the top to Bastow. He finds Ibbotson. Pulled down by Holt. 4 tackles gone. Bastow again. Well, that looked forward there. Referee letting it go. It's out to Tyrewell. Oh, they've got men over here. Freeman going back inside. Tyrewell back to Ross. Kicks the ball. It's not a bad kick. It's gonna go dead though. Well, I think that was only 4th tackle that, so not a very good kick, I don't think, from Chris Ross. Here's Jeff Luxon. Gets the ball away to Clark. Clark trying to find the gap. Pulled down by Tower. Pugh out to King. King finds Reid. Here's Paul Lupton. Good tackle in again from Wayne Freeman. Oof. Here's Michael Whitehead out to Archer. Archer scoots away from one. Pulled down by Lockwood. Oh, it's getting ridiculous now, this offside. He's not getting them back whatsoever. Yeah, now onside. Holt kicks high. It's not a bad kick. It's going away from... Oh, well taken by Liddell. I thought it was going away from him, but he got under it. Paul Seal coming away, getting good yards. The centre. And that's a bad kick by Tower. He's stood in touch. I think it'll be a scrum down. And so it had to be a scrum down. I thought John Lee Lockwood would be going off. He's replaced by Steve Price. Strong forward, Steve Price, hard to get hold of, very stocky. It's picked up by Tower. Pulled down by Barry Pugh and Lupton. Ross. Taken by Darren Holt. Moving into the last 10 minutes of this first half, Ibbotson. I don't think that one was forward, that was a good ball, that one. Hanley, out to Tyrewell. Bastow, out to Liddell. But wrapped up by 3 Barra defenders. Joe Hanley, out to Bastow. Oh, good tackle by Damien Reid on Wesley McGibbon, last tackle. Comes out to Bastow, he kicks to the far corner. It's well taken by Adam Pate. Well, he's got to be in an offside position. He's not rolling out the way. And that was well played there by Lee Deacon. He didn't go for that ball. He allowed his centre to go for it. And he decided to hold back in case what happened did happen. It was taken by Pate and covered him up. So Barrow with another penalty. It's come out to Jeff Luxon, straightens up. Tackled by Joe Hanley. Here's Holt. Back inside to Bauer. Bauer gives it to Luxon. Brought down by Hanley. Archer out to King. Looking for something from the Barrow captain again. And he's done it again, as he did last week. When they needed some points, the Barrow captain goes over. And Latham Tyre were having a word with the referee. I hope he doesn't sway him. He's got to stand by his decision. They are going forward and going back, but some are not going back. And I think that's the referee's right there. They're standing, one or two are trying to sneak a yard. Some are going back when they're being talked to, but others are not going back. The Hunslet coach probably not happy with that. 2 penalties given away there. Right on the Barrow try line, which resulted in that try from James King. So it'll be Dan and Holt to try and tie up this this score here, 8 apiece. It's 8-6 now, with his kick to come. And I don't think Mr. Lee has stopped the clock. Yes, he has. He's while wiping it off. Kicking into a strong wind, and the crowd like it. So level board again, 8 apiece. 5 minutes plus injury time remaining. And it's Glenn Freeman come on for number 10, Neil Mears. And it's up in the air this time. And it's taken by Matty Lee, who's on the field. And try and make out who he's on for. I think he's on for Mike Whitehead. Here's Jeff Luxon again. Gets the ball out to Craig Bauer. Good defence though by Hunslet, the 2 subs, Price and Ross. Here's Holt. Runs into Towerwick, gets away from him, but gets him at the second attempt. Archer runs at Freeman, but he's pulled down on the halfway line. Well, I don't agree with that one. Didn't seem out wrong with that one either. Price was getting up. There was no interference really, but Mr. Lee are giving it, so that cancels the other one out. But I think they feel a bit hard done by there, Hunslet. Here's Matty Lee. Runs into Steve Price. Archer scoots up the blind side. Gives it out to Jones. Taken by Matty Lee. Out to Bauer. Bauer straightens up. Ooh. Looks so good when he straightens up Craig Bauer. Here's Clark. Back inside to King again. 4 tackles. Clark Out to Mike Whitehead, but well wrapped up by Chris Ross. Last tackle, Clark. Loose pass. It's out to King. It's the last tackle. Out to Reed. It's a little kick. Getting themselves tied up there, Barrow. And it's Reed who pulls him down. Out to Price. He's well tackled by Darren Holt. Bastow. Pulled down by Clark. Tyler kicks down the field. Over the top of Craig Bauer, but a nice bounce. He gets it, picks it up, but a good chase there by Hunslet. And it's Tyler, the man who kicked the ball, getting there. Adam Payne, he's going to decide to have a run on his own. Tackled by Chris Ross. Dave Clark coming up the blind side with Mike Whitehead. Tackled by Freeman. Here's Lupton. Straight drive, but a good tackle again. See why they've got a good defensive record, Hunslet. Here's King. Runs straight into Price, wrapped up by Price, but still going King. He gets it out to Luxon. Luxon straightens up. He's tackled by Ibbotson. Holt. Nice ball out to Jones. Jones gets inside now then. He's got the fullback to beat. He's out to Archer. Yes, he's got it down. Lovely bit of play by Barrow. And it was Paul Jones coming from deep who caused the damage, sidestepped his man. And the Barrow keep it alive, and Chris Archer stretched over. What a nice time to score, right on half time. It was an excellent run from deep from Paul Jones. A nice dummy, looked like Darren Holt was going to kick it. I think the Hunslet defence just held off slightly. He put a lovely deep ball out to Jones. Jones at pace stepped his man. I think it's Paul Seal on the far side. Tried to get back to him, slipped. But again, Hunslet covering up well. Many a time Jones would have walked him, but Hunslet got across. But they kept the ball alive. It went to King, and King, I think it was, who fed the standoff Chris Archer, and he goes in to make it 12 points to 8. There goes the half-time hooter. We'll go through the scoring. It was 9 minutes. It was a penalty to Hunslet, and John Liddell had no problem in putting it over, making it 2 points to 0. 6 minutes later, some lovely play. It come from a penalty given away. I think it was Darren Holt was holding down. The play went down the field. It was a lovely inside ball, and Mick Coyle, he went in under the post to make it 6 points to 0, converted by Liddell, making it 8 points to 0. 22 minutes, Barrow got on the board. It was a penalty from Darren Holt. I think it was holding down or something like that. He converted, making it 8 points to 2. And then on 33 minutes, the Barrow captain coming up ace again. It was a penalty given away, I think, by Steve Price. A bit harsh, I thought, but King went for the line and forced his way over to pull Barrow back in at 8-6, converted by Holt, levelling it 8-8. And then just in the last bit of play there, Barrow keeping the ball alive. It was Darren Holt who faked the kick, gave out a long ball to Paul Jones. Paul Jones at pace, stepped inside his man, kept the ball alive, and just to the side of the post went Chris Archer to make it 12 points to 8, and that conversion coming right on the stroke of half-time to make it an half-time score of Barrow 14, Hunslet 8. Anybody's game still, but Barrow got slight advantage now. They've got a strong win this half, and if Darren Holt gets his kicking right, Hunslet will be going back a lot. Half-time, Barrow 14, Hunslet 8. Here we go for the second half. It's 14 points to 8, Barrow leading. Still anybody's game. This all could come down to a referee or a linesman's decision, this game. I made it 7-5 penalty count to Barrow in the first half. Them 2 late penalties given away. Just swaying it Barrow's way. Here's Paul Jones. Just trying to get round Paul Seal, but brought down. Chris Archer out to Matty Lee. Held up by Steve Price. Taken back. Good defence by Hunslet. Down to Holt. He's going for the 40-20. And it's just not going to go. Well taken by John Liddell, but a good chase by Paul Jones. And a good tackle. Has to be picked up by Lee Deacon. Brought to the ground by Dave Clark. Chris Hall. Thrown on the ground. It's Mike Whitehead back on the field. I think he's come on for Jeff. No, not Jeff Luxon, still on. And if Barrow can stay on side, it could be hard work for Hunslet here. If they don't give away cheap penalties. Not the best play of the ball there, but got the kick in. Taken by Craig Bauer. All on. Runs into Ibbotson. Adam Pate taking it from dummy half. Tackled by Steve Price. Jeff Luxon straightens up. Wrestled to the ground. Clark out to Holt. Gone for a 40-20 the other way this time. Oh, and that one's going to go. So the last year's fixture where Barrow won 52 points to 10. They scored 10 tries, did Barrow. And it was Dave Clark, I think, who took man of the match last year, so if Darren Holt keeps kicking like that, he'll take the man of the match, I think. And it eventually comes out, Holt. Out to Matty Lee. Good tackle from Steve Price. Dave Clark at dummy half. Out to Holt. Holt finds Mike Whitehead, comes back inside. Well, it opened up there, I think, for Mike. If it had just looked out, it was a gap. Archer, dummy half, out to Jones. Out to Bauer. He's lost the ball. Forward pass. Barrow maybe would have been better keeping it in the middle there. So I've been told the right pronunciation for the scrum half. I think it's Tarfy, Latham Tarfy. My apologies. Oh, he's lost that. Oh, no. No way was that taken out. That was just lost by the Hunslet defender. And Damien Reid speaking out of turn. And that's taken Hunslet to 20 metres inside the Barrow half. Here's Price. Ducks when he goes at the tackle, Price. Knock on. Joe Hanley it was. Well, I've seen referees give penalties for that before, but Joe Hanley just mad with his cell. His first mistake of the game at dummy half. We may be getting a quick kick over the top here. Holt out to Reid. Shrugging him off, Damien Reid, still going. Oof. Second man in there, Ibbotson with the knees. Oh, and if that goes in touch, it's Barrow's head and ball. And Ibbotson, it come off Ibbotson. And the linesman has got to give that to Barrett. Absolute garbage, and that's the linesman's fault. It was knocked out by Ibbotson there. He caught him with a big tackle and knocked the ball out, and the linesman has not even indicated what's happened. And there will be trouble, I think, with this Ibbotson. He's been going in, second man. Taffy out to Price. He'll duck again. Takes it up to halfway. Wrapped up by Lupton. Freeman. Taken out by Mike Whitehead. Bastow back inside to Price. Good run from Price. Good yards from the prop forward. Here's Bastow again. Long ball out to Taffy. Showing the ball. Still going. It's a loose pass. Now then. Picked up by Price. And still going back Hunslet. Eventually picked up by Danny Evans. Last tackle. Oh, and there's an injury to Danny Evans. I think he's taken one to the head. And Roy Sampson taken off Sean Ibbotson. It's the last tackle. Out of Taffia. Straight down Nicky Beach's throat though. Damien Reid out to Bauer. Spins round in the tackle. Pulled down by Danny Evans. Here's Lupton straightening up. Good yards from Paul Lupton. Clark out to King. Good tackling though by Hunslet, getting in second man, knocking King to the ground. Here's Jeff Luxon. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a big 10 by the referee. They were all onside there. But a nice kick down the field again. It's taken by Chris Hall. Good chase from Beach and Reed. And James King must have taken a knock there. He in that tackle. They've brought on. Try to see who they've brought on. And it's Andy McClure who's come on. Played well last week, Andy McClure. It's a good lad to have on your bench. Taffier, well picked up by Lupton. But Hunslet keeping the ball alive, try to find the gap. But Danny Evans pulled down by Archer. And it's Barrow getting the tackles in now. It's another good kick by Hunslet though, turning Craig Bauer. Straightens up Craig Bauer. Gets past one. Good run from the fullback, Craig Bauer. Adam Pate scoots from dummy half, try to find the gap. Scored 2 tries last year, Adam Pate, and 6 goals. Here's Lupton. Here's Holt. Inside to Luxon. Luxon straightens up. Good tackling though from Price and Taffier. I think who's injured? It could be Taffier, is it? I don't know what he's doing. I haven't got a clue what he's doing. Must be a blood bin, I think, with Jeff Luxon. And Barrow now a man short. Here's Andy McClure. Holt with the drop goal. It could be a good point now. Gives a 7-point cushion to Barrow. Peter Rowe not too happy with something over there. His arms are going, and I think it may be the fact that Jeff Luxon had the blood bin but never went to ground. Barrow were short of a man at one time. Dave Clark in at dummy half, bringing Mike Whitehead down the blind side. He's tackled by Chris Ross. Here's Andy McClure. Good tackling. John Lee Lockwood back on the field. He had a good 20 minutes. Bit unlucky again, maybe there. John Lee Lockwood. But the penalty going to Barrow. Zolt takes it. And that is a punishing kick again. Takes Barrow to within 25 metres of the Hunslet try line. It's Dave Clark, gives it to Lupton. Oh, good tackle by Lockwood. Excellent tackle. Here's Holt. Out to Matty Lee. Good tackle though from Taffy. Archer, out to Whitehead. Pulled down by Glenn Freeman, 5 metres short. Archer, out to Holt. Finds Luxon. Good cover up again though. It's good defence, this Hunslet defence. It looks like there's a gap, but the forwards get there. But here's Barrow on the charge again. Holt back inside to Bauer. Bauer, ooh, can't get away from number 11, Wayne Freeman. It's the last tackle. Holt. Long ball out to Reed. Out to Beach, and Beach is in at the corner. And a nice ball from Damien Reid. Looked like he was going to go, turned his back. The wingman come in to cover it up and left Nicky Beach. And this lad just grows better every game. Half a gap and he scores. Now fancy, just put it down over the whitewash and leave it up to Don and Holt to get the goal. 19 points to 8. We hope. So the touchline conversion attempt from Darren Holt. If this one goes over, it'll be a heartbreaker for Hunslet. And the crowd are roaring. Just goes wide though. But it's 19 points to 8. A little bit of a gap opening up for Barrow. But Hunslet's still dangerous. I say this win could make a big difference though if Barrow can keep hold of the ball, peg Hunslet down that half. Well taken by Darren Holt. Good chase from Chris Ross. Mandy McClure. Well, they're not offside because he's taken them about 15 metres, so they can sneak a yard or two now. Clark from dummy half. Quick play of the ball by the Barrow players. Dave Clark going blind, finding Hunslet's not standing square. And Darren Holt will punish him again. Barrow 30 metres again from the Hunslet try line. Jones takes it out to Luxon. Looks so trying to get rid of it there, but doing better keeping hold of it. Here's Archer. Out to Holt. Holt to Lupton. 10 metres again, 2 tackles gone. Clark back inside to Damien Reid. Creeping nearer and nearer Barrett. Archer out to Luxon. Ooh. And that went behind Craig Bauer. Darren Holt acknowledging it. First knock on, it'll be head and ball to Hunslet. Jeff Luxon's left the field, replaced by Stuart Dancer. And the doctor, I think, having a look at James King over there, so they could do with him coming back for last 20 minutes if possible. Out to Wesley McGibbon, but well tackled by, oh yeah, second goal there. Can't argue with that one. Silly penalty, Andy McClure. Done the tackle. And now they've got a cheap 20 metres there, Hunslet. Taifa. Out to Glenn Freeman. He's brought down by Archer. Here's the other Freeman, Wayne Freeman this time. Gets the ball out to Glenn Freeman. Good cover up from Chris Archer. Tafiet. Bastow. Jones coming up fast. Mick Coyle back on the field. And that's in touch. Worth a try from the Hunslet loose forward. Still dangerous, Hunslet. Barrow say can't give away these penalties. So it'll be Darren Holt to feed. Out to Adam Pate. It's tackled by Wesley McGibbon. Archer out to Mike Whitehead. Stuart Dancer. Just getting the yards, Barrow. Be looking for Darren Holt in a minute to put the ball down the field. Here's another one drive, it's Lupton. Well, at least he's not having a go at Barrow this week. Here's Holt. Gets away from one. Oof. Well, I said this game might end up on a decision, and that's Danny Evans leaving the field. It was high, but Darren Holt was skipping and dancing, and again I've seen him let go. I've seen him sin-binned, I've seen him let go just a penalty, but Danny Evans this time on the receiving end of a sending off. He did catch him eye, but I don't think there was a great lot of intent there, and as I say, some of them let him go. But this is, again, danger time, because we've seen it time and time before, where a team with a man short play better rugby. Well, they're saying Darren Holt's a cheat down here, but I think the referee made his decision up right away. Blew very quickly for that. He was going off whether Holt stayed on the floor or not. Here's Holt again, out to Matty Lee. Taken by Taffy. Ooh, loose pass by Chris Archer. Here's Stuart Dancer. Oof. Well, that was just as bad by a swinging arm there from Taffy. So our Hunslet losing it here. Here's Whitehead, out to Clark. Lupton try to spin out the tackle, but again good defence by Hunslet. Can Barrow move it again the other way? Here's Holt, little chip through. Ooh, and it has to be kicked dead. That was a better kick from Darren Holt, just putting it over the try line. And Taffy, who kicks it dead, he's got an injury to the leg as he's done that. So Hunslet with the dropout. Up high into the wind, taken by Holt. Out to Andy McClure. Into the last quarter. Clark down the blind side, out to Lupton. Good running from Lupton, but see Hunslet there, see it cover up well with the defence. Looks like they're through, and they just get three players from nowhere. Here's Holt. Back inside to Craig Bauer. He gets it out to Clark. Oh, luckily it was a knock-on. That was one of them. If it had gone over the head of Chris Hall, it was a Barrow try. If Chris Hall had left it, picked it up, it was going to be a try to Hunslet. But he drops it. It's another set of 6 to Barrow. Try to get over this Hunslet line, maybe to try and kill him off here. 10 metres short the Hunslet try line. It'll be Holt to feed. Taken by Holt. Chris Archer straightens up. Picked out, it's a knock on. Yeah, pulled out. It was legally pulled out by Mick Coyle, but the ball went forward. It's another set of 6. Well, it's telling him to keep him in the pack, but he's letting it go, so maybe Barrow would be better getting it away, letting it out the back quicker, because I think we've had 1 penalty from that all this year. Holt feeds again. Held up. Oh, it's Holt. Out to Bauer. And he's got offside this time. And Barrow going for 6. Out to Andy McClure. Just short. Dave Clark at dummy half. Down the blind hole, and they've dropped it. Well, a bit of Peter Rose not very happy. 2 points, 2 points. It meant that Hunslet have to score 3 times. It is at the moment 2 tries, 2 goals will put them in the lead. If they'd have taken 2 there, it'd have had to have been 2 tries, 2 goals. And at least another goal or a penalty or whatever. So Peter Rowe not happy at that decision by Darren Holt. Here's Bastow, try to find the gap. Good cover up by Matty Lee, bringing down Andy Bastow. Here's Deacon. Liddell out to Taffia. Freeman out wide, looking to get the ball away, but he's pulled down by Mike Whitehead. Barrow asleep on the blind side. And it's back to 6. Here's John Lee Lockwood straighten up. And if Hunslet do score here, Peter Rowe will not be happy. Chris Ross, 20 metres short of the Barrow try line. And it's holding down, they're going to be penalised. Can't argue with that. And it's another set of 6 to Hunslet. Here's Bastow, back inside to Coyle. Gets the ball away to Liddell. Wrapped up by Matty Lee. And drove back. Liddell injured in that. Oh, it's knocked on. Mick Coyle, 2 he's knocked on since he come back on. And that is a bit of a let off there for Barrow. Hunslet just starting to get on top slightly. Barrow take a set of 6. They may even kick early here. It's with a goal. They're a man short. No full back at home. Ooh, poor pass. Picked up by Pate. Holt out to Matty Lee. Matty Lee just straighten up, taking the yards. Brought down by Bastow and John Lee Lockwood. Here's Stuart Dancer. Tackled by Freeman. Archer out to Holt. Up in the air. It's not going into touch. Where's it going? Well offside there, Paul Jones, but the referee allowing it to go. Here's John Lee Lockwood straight over the halfway line. Good tackle though from Lupton, needs to let go. Tayafet back inside to Coyle. Gets the ball out, off his legs, play on, that was all right. Nothing wrong with that. Good decision by the referee. Come off his legs. Back inside to Coyle. Last tackle. Just over the top. Taken by Craig Bauer. Tackled by Andy Bastow. Nicky Beach. Just needs to keep hold of the ball. He's a bit too small to be trying to run through these Hunslet forwards. Here's Craig Bauer. Good run again from the Barrow full-back. Good yards. Andy McClure. Nice ball out to Lupton. Holt. Over the top again. Well picked up by the wingman, Chris Hall, and a good chase by Darren Holt. It's out to Wesley McGibbon. Doing well, the centre, getting the yards. All they've got to do, Barrett, is stay on side, but again, they run off side. Coyle. Wrapped up by Lupton and Matty Lee. Bastow out to Coyle. Is it free? Sorry, it's Neil Mears back on the field. Here's John Liddell. Oh, it's a loose pass out again. Out to Paul Seal. Barrow taking Hunslet back 10 metres with that loose pass. Bastow. Hunslet don't seem just as sharp at the moment. Nice ball out there to John Lee Lockwood. Over the top to Liddell. Well, I thought there was too many in that one. I'm sure there was. And somebody talking out of turn. Well, that looked worse than the one that he penalised Reid for earlier on. Paul Wilcock back on for the last 10 minutes. He's gone on for Stuart Dancer. Here's Holt. Out to Archer. Out to Pate. Steps away from one. Good covering up again though by Hunslet. Say they just seem to find men from nowhere. Archer on the blind side. No, he's on his back. Or is he just short? He's short, I think. Don't know what that one's for. And Jeff Luxton's on for Matty Lee. And Darren Holt deciding to have a go at goal this time. And I say it makes 3 scores if he can put this over. It should go dead anyway. I've got to admit, I don't know what that one was for. He was a bit undecided whether he was tackled over the line, tackled short of the line, whether he'd scored. Everything went in slow motion and all of a sudden he gave a penalty. And it's 2 points from Darren Holt. £21-8. I think we have about 10 minutes remaining. It's a good kick-off this time. Oh, well taken by Darren Holt. Lupton. Bit unsure what he was going to do, whether he was going to run or pass. Here's Wilcock, he'll go straight. But John Lee Lockwood's not the one to run into. Clark out to Whitehead. Nearly gets the ball away. Clark again, out to Luxon. Luxon straightens up. Again, John Lee Lockwood knocking Luxon back. Clark out to Holt. Just turns the full-back, that's all he needs to do. But that's going to go touch and goal. But it's hard work for Hunslet with a man short. They've got to bring it all the way up the field. Mick Coyle. And they've brought back on, oh no, it isn't, it's John Liddell. I thought it was the second row man, Sean Ibbotson. Here's Lockwood. Held up by Dave Clark. Liddell again, tackled by Wilcock. Oh, nice little dummy from the scrum half, Taffy, out to number 17, Chris Ross, but good cover from Darren Holt. Last tackle. Got man over. Oh, and Nicky Beach asleep on the wing. And it's Chris Lee Deacon, I think, who's gone in. Barrow went asleep there on the blind side. It all started in the middle of the field. A little dummy from the scrum half. Taffy. Open Barrow up. And then they were asleep on the far side. Nicky Beach was come in. It was a free running for his wingman, Chris Hall. Too far out for John Liddell. And Darren Holt taking man of the match. I agree with him, I think. His kicking in the second half has helped Barrow hopefully get these 2 points. And another substitution. It was Barry Pugh went off before. Trying to work out who went off at half time. He's now returned for Jeff Luxon. And Darren Holt kicks deep. Risky that, but it's out to Neil Mears. It's well tackled by Wilcock. Taffy. Good tackle again by Wilcock. Here's Bastow looking for the gap. Good chase by Darren Holt. Mike Whitehead getting into help. He's lost the ball. So Barrow giving away silly penalties. Oh, forward. Well, Andy Bastow not very happy with Chris Ross. Just about 2 minutes plus whatever stoppage time for when Darren Holt went down. Here's Adam Pate. So 2 tries and 6 goals last time, but not got any still on the board yet. Barry Pugh straightens up. Clark out to Lupton. Good tackle again from Lockwood. Clark, can he go down the blind side? They're a bit short of players there, Hunslet. Pugh tackle, 10 metres short. Clark again, dummy half, out to Archer, Archer to Holt. Back inside to Wilcock. Oh, he's got it out, but it's lost. Unlucky. Unlucky. Nearly a try there for Andy McClure, I think it was. Wilcock getting it out in the tackle, but not forward by Andy McClure. John Liddell, Hunslet still trying to get the ball wide. (13-12) penalty count to Hunslet. Hunslet coming up with Freeman, well tackled by Lupton. Into stoppage time now. Chris Ross takes it 8 metres inside the Barrow half. Tarfy out to Bastow, back inside to Lockwood. Tackled by Clark and Archer. Bastow again. Good tackle, Paul Jones on Paul Seal. Here's Bastow. Long ball out to Tarfy. Out to, oh, he stepped inside now then. Still going. Oh, and that's gone forward. There's no advantage there. Be scrum. Oh, surely that come off the Hunslet man. Well, he's give a few funny decisions, the referee. That looked like it come out the Hunslet hand and went forward. Two minutes of injury time gone now, so probably last set of 6 for Hunslet. Holt restarts. Kicks deep. Taken by Chris Holt. And that is it, and it's Barrow take the 2 points. And it was a drop goal on 51 by Darren Holt to set it to 15-8, which meant that Hunslet had to score twice. Then on 53 minutes, it was a nice try by Nicky Beach. Barrow moving the ball out wide. And Nicky Beach waiting at the corner to make it 19 points to 8. Then it's a decision on 60 minutes, the sending off of Danny Evans on a high tackle on Darren Holt. Made it uphill task for Hunslet. Then on 70, but Barrow couldn't get over the try line, though they had a man over. But on 70 minutes, it was a penalty from Darren Holt from 30 metres out from the post. He reluctantly refused one before that, which I thought was a funny decision, because when he put that one over on 70 minutes, it meant that Hunslet then had to score 3 times. And then on 74 minutes, Hunslet getting a try back. It was Chris Hall who darted into the corner after the scrum half. Lathan Tarfy opened Barrow up, but that was the final score of the game, and Barrow taking the 2 points, winning 21 points to 12. Darren Holt taking a deserved man in match. He's kicking in the second half, definitely helping Barrow to win that. But a good win here again for Peter Rowe's team, following on from the 32-20 defeat of Keighley last week. Then we've got York again next week. We've got it all to do again next week. But Barrow here getting a good 2 points, keeping their 100% record, taking off Hunslet's 100% record, winning 21-12. We'll sign off. See you next week when we meet York.